Hey all, and welcome back to Beck Square Gaming. It is time for more of The Last Farmer with myself, Scottish Bex, which I'm sure you can tell which one of the Bexes I am by now from my accent. So, we are going into day... Ooh. Day 7 and 8, I believe. Yeah, look, there. Yep, there we go. So they're waiting. They've now arrived. We just had Horde night last night, I believe. So they're waiting for their potatoes. Okay, let's go get them out. So, yeah, so that's right. We had Horde night last night. Hence the guy dead on the bonnet of the car. Now let's give these guys their potatoes. They want 10 tatties, don't they? So let's get them their tatties and then we can think about what we're doing. We are kind of exhausted, unfortunately, so I don't think we'll be doing much. There we go. I don't think we'll be doing much today. Certainly for day 7 out and about. I think we need to rest up mostly, do bits and pieces round, and then we can think about heading out on day 8, just because we're so exhausted, because obviously it was Horde night, we didn't get to sleep through, and I've noticed on hard mode, we definitely need that. We definitely need to be sleeping more. Yeah, I like the fact that they don't go down so easily on hard mode. Definitely, it gives it much more of a challenge. It's gonna make doing the military bases that little harder, which I am kind of looking forward to a little bit. Can I get his corpse off my car? Yeah, get off my car. Right. We fixed up that. I'm happy with that. Go in there. So what we kind of need to be doing really is just grinding out mostly veggies so that we can start selling veggies up again for... Basically, I don't think we should take on the military base without some form of weapon, if I'm being brutally honest. Let's put them in there. Oh, helps if I don't do that, doesn't it? I was trying to get... Right, that's the stuff for the animal feed, isn't it? So I was trying to get us a bit more of that. Any more of that away, okay. I need to also start thinking about bigger plots as well, which I think I can maybe make. What's the biggest one I can make? No, not there. In there. I can only make the small trough in there, I think. Make a 2, I can make, yeah, 2 by 3. I can make it 2, that's not great. It's still bigger than the other one. I think I really need to start getting more veggies up and running. Or more veggie plots up and running, shall we say. I came out for dirt. My brain is not working today. I'm like, what am I doing? What am I doing? What am I doing? Apparently nothing sensible. Oh, we got 2 at once. She had some cloth on her. He had some cloth on him. Nice. Alright, so let's get a couple of these planted up. I think, you know, it does mean you're going to have to start getting more water and things, but I'm okay with that. I'm not... I mean, I'd probably put them down the middle, because to be honest, I'm not going to move them again, am I? Doesn't feel like it's very in the middle. Slightly out of alignment, but it's going to bug me a little bit. But, that's better. That's better. I'm okay with that. That'll get us some stuff going. I'm probably going to need another bucket, to be honest. I've only got one bucket, and I don't think that's enough to keep doing what I'm doing. I think, can I make another bucket? Get a bucket. What do we need for a bucket? Sticks. I can't run now. I'm out of sleepy, so I can't run. Not any sticks. I actually not have any sticks. Are you serious? Okay, I need to go get sticks. Oh, hi. Lots of poop. We need sticks. Right. Okay, let's not make the rookie move of leaving things open, shall we? Okay. Can't run because I have no sleep left. No sleep, no stamina. Sort of resting left, should I say. I'm unrested. So I'm not regenning very fast. So. I'm okay with that. So that's a couple of stacks. So we head back and we can get a couple more buckets made and things like that. Come on, I'm so slow. Ah, no, weekend jail is faster than this. They pull from quite a distance. Can't back up. Oh. Guess I can't back up because I don't have any stamina. Don't have any ability to run. See? Just gives me the sleepy symbol. Might be an extra bucket. I think I want a couple of buckets. Just freeze. And I need to get veggies and that planted up, which I haven't done. I've wasted time by not planting veggies, but I don't have any water, so... We'll go get water. Then we'll decide what we're planting where. It's an interesting one. I think, I mean, all I'm really trying to do at this stage is I've obviously previously completed the game. I am trying to look out for things they're adding in, although there hasn't been a patch recently that I'm aware of. So there's nothing new added in just of yet. I think the more I play the game, the less wowed I am with it. I was never really wowed with it in the first place. I was one of those games I think looked like it could have had incredible potential. It has actually ended up not that impressive. I think the idea is good. I think some of the bits they've done are really good, like the ability to put the animals in the car. I love that. You know, and I like the fact that they went through the effort of making the city. They just didn't do a very good job of filling the city. And, yeah, it's... I feel like there's been a lot of wasted potential with the game. But, again... Maybe I'm being unfair. I don't know. So we need... I'm going to put pumpkins here. Our money-making bit in the middle. For sure. And then what we want to then do is we need to start getting our stacks together for, they could potentially ask us for anything. I think we've got enough tomatoes, got enough, so really it's the other things that we kind of want to start growing. We've got we've got 3 carrots, 1 cabbage, okay. Because we need to be growing these as well for the, for feeding the poog. Right, what I haven't put in there is fertilizer. But I need to get where's the spade gone? I need to go get, because one of the things I didn't do last time around is I got the fertilizer machine before I really got any animals. Which kind of meant that version of fertilizer became kind of pointless. But this time I haven't done it that way, so, you know. You want to come party? Hey, there we go. Right, okay. I don't know if I have anything in the trunk of the car. Just the usual, that's fine. Right, so if we make some fertilizer and go from there, I think. That's some in, at least. I think I had more over here, didn't I? Yeah, use these ones over here. What am I doing? I have no idea. Certainly how it feels sometimes. I do need to eat and drink. Do I have anything made up for the pets? The pets. You knew where I was going with that, guys. Not what I wanted to do. That's what I wanted to do. I heard that. He makes farty noises when he drops it. That was just... Yeah. I literally heard that. I heard the... It was like, no, let's not put the fertilizer in there. Okay. What I might do... Go top up the 3 buckets of water. Again. Do you know what? I really wish you could, make some kind of well source next to your base. I know it's not very far away, but it feels like it's miles away. Like, the ability to run piping. I mean, they could damage the piping. But the ability to run piping to, like, a little tap inside your base would be... Or it comes out the sink or something in the bathroom, you know. That would be quite neat. That would be quite a neat addition, actually. You could run piping from here. You know, obviously it would be attacked the same way everything else would, but obviously you would just put your turrets up or whatever to protect it like you would anything else. So you could run piping through here and up into your tap. And yeah, I mean, I know logistically that's not exactly how it works, but you know what I mean. To bring water directly into your base. I would also love if you could actually repair this up. You know, clean it, paint it, repair it, make it a proper base. There's a huge part of the building aspect of this game they've really missed out on, I think. Missed a trick, shall we say. Right. Put things away. Clear space in my bags, and then I'm gonna pick the veggies and then go for a sleep, I think. Wrong way. That needs to go in there. There we go. Clear out my bag space. Alright. And that was letting me pick that up there for a second. There we go. And once they're done, I will go for a sleep because we desperately need to sleep because we didn't sleep through from last night because we had the horde night. So we do need to sleep through today. What have we got? We've got our... Starting to get some stacks of stuff now, which is good, which is good. Once we get 4 stacks, we can, which is probably going to be next time, we can think about heading back to the guys to buy stuff and sell stuff. Don't know if it'll be enough to buy the first load of stuff, but I mean, that would be 800 a stack, so 8 8s are 64, so it should be 6,400 maybe. Okay, so we're going to sleep through the night, I think. Just because we're exhausted, so it makes sense. Interesting. We haven't actually hit D yet. That was different. There we go, day 8. Day 8. Okay, I'm happy with that. 5 minutes left on them. What I could do is start cooking up the... Where are you? Start cooking them up, I think. There's a lot of things we could be doing, a lot of things we could need, but to be honest, the main thing we now need to do is just farm, to get enough stuff to be able to go and buy the various things we need. So the question becomes whether we do it enough to protect the base first, like do we buy the turret first, or do we just go and get one of the weapons and just start clearing out? It would be easier not to clear them all, but if we can clear this base here, because this is the one, or this base, sorry, because this is the base that's between us and the traders with the car. What it might be worth doing is taking them out, but again, the problem is how do we do that? Because other than that, it's swinging down here and going up that way, which is also a possibility. I could go to the nearby house and start trying to get more supplies in the sense of breaking down for wood and things like that. There's a fair whack of guys out here. Hello? I mean, I read something somewhere that somebody was complaining that you can't sell nothing is worth anything other than the vegetables or the cloth. And the thing is, it's meant to be a farming game. That's kind of the whole point. If you made it so you got coins for handing in the weapons, people wouldn't bother their arse to actually do the farming. All they would do is go grind out the metal and the sticks and ignore the farming point. And the whole point of this game is kind of meant to really revolve around the farming. So I understand the mechanics of why they've done it the way they've done it, even though I know it's annoyed some people. It doesn't annoy me because it's kind of the whole concept of the game. You know, people, oh, that's not true, you'd be able to do that, and you know, and yet again, dude, you're playing a zombie survival game. The key there is zombie. I mean, you're complaining about realism in a zombie game. Like, the irony of that is beautiful. Not real. Yeah. What gave it away? The pixels or the zombies? Like, I just heard that thing fart again. Which means it's just dropped a load. Yeah, it has. I never noticed that it makes those farty noises before. I have a whole new respect for the game, but that the pig makes farty noises when it poops. It's like a whole new level of respect for the game. You need to eat something. There we go. Right, so really other than ticking stuff over to sell, there's not really a massive amount to do at the moment. I'm gonna nip out and see if we can get more supplies. I don't think we'll get up to the trader today, just simply because I think we need to cook them off first, and that's gonna take a day. What I am maybe gonna do is head out and see what we can find. Might head up here and try get some supplies, maybe. I mean, the next thing I think they're going to ask for is going to be tomatoes, or at least it was last time. I keep going to the wrong side of the car because I'm from Britain. Hang on. Wait. Before we go anywhere. Yes, I do. Just checking that I have my my various tools on me. Okay. Lovely man bun. Right, I do like a guy with long hair, not gonna lie. Mm-hmm. You've got hair long enough to stick in a ponytail. Mm-hmm. Just long enough that you can tie back. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Do you like long hair? That Tatty over there. Ah, it's Tatty. Is there? Have I not grabbed the? I haven't grabbed the schematic from in here yet. Rawr to you too. Oh, found a mechanic here to screw with them. Hey, well, that's fun. That was a very sneaky mechanic. I like that. What's that? That's another carrot one. I wasn't expecting to pick up more stuff on here. I was actually more just coming in for that. Ooh, spiked club. I'm not a massive fan of the clubs. I mean, the club was alright. The spiked club might be more interesting. I've never used the spiked club. That might actually work well on the army guys if it has some kind of bleed effect. I don't know, does the spike... I mean, I've never really played with it. Does the spike club give a bleed effect? That would be interesting to know. Ooh, that dropped a cloth. Okay, I'm gonna do that because I don't really have as much space as I'd like. Just because I've ended up picking up seeds that I didn't intend to pick up, to be honest. I love how that tiny little sheet came an entire large Oh god. Oh god, it's one of the creepy little Waynes. Still dying one hit though. They're so creepy. They are so creepy. You can break these things down. Look at that. Where did I leave the car? Down here somewhere, didn't I? Yeah, I see it. Oh, there's an army guy running around down there. Gonna come back up. Yeah, I think he's gonna come back up. Not a full stack, neither's that. So let's put them in instead. He's gonna come to play with me very shortly. They're also a touch faster. It used to be that they ran at the same speed as you, so once you got to the right distance, you didn't have to run backwards. But these guys seem to be the hard mobs seem to be slightly faster. So you actually have to keep backing up to keep sprint bolting backwards. Has anybody else been playing this game? It's interesting. I've seen a few people have played it, but I've not heard of a lot of people really playing it. I'd be curious to know if any of you guys have actually played the game and what your feelings are on the game. Like I say, I feel a bit like it could have been better. But at the same time, for what it cost me, I'm not fussed. I think if it cost more, I would have been probably quite disappointed. But for what it did actually cost, I think I'm okay with it. I think for what I got, for what I paid, I'm okay. I think people expect more for money these days, and I get that, but at the same time, part of me is like, you know, given that the top end games, the really good games can cost you, you know, anywhere up to 120 quid. And that's UK, that's all. I mean, I don't even know what the translation to dollars is, but yeah, I mean, I just think, given what the really good games that take you a long time to complete can cost, you know, for what this cost, yeah, could have I completed it a lot quicker than I did? Yeah. But I think you're not meant to rush through the game. I think that's part of it. I think we're in a habit of playing fast-paced games where it's like, get the next quest done, get the next quest done. And we just kind of charge through these games. And I don't think that's the way this game is actually intended to be played. I think this game is actually intended to be played in a much more boom, 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 can it plod along way. It's not really a simulator, and it's not really a survival game. It's a weird mix of the two. And obviously simulator games are just bounce along, and, you know, survival games are a lot more fast paced. And I think it's meant to have more of the pace of the simulator, but with the dangers of a survival game. You might disagree with me on that, but that is how it feels to me. And I think we approach it with a survivor game mentality, which is mean get the next quest done, get the next better gear, get the next better gear, keep going. And it's not. I genuinely don't think that's how this game was intended to be played. I think it was intended to be take some time at home, you know, get yourself some farming, grind up as much food as you can. You know, I do think that was kind of more the intent of the game. And I think when you approach it from that mentality and stop thinking of it as a survival game as such, yeah, it's quite an enjoyable game. Like I say, I agree. There are a lot of chaotic elements to it that they didn't really finish well. And I'm not going to disagree with that. I think people have said that. I sort of agree with that. I disagree with the argument of graphics. Not everybody is a gamer who has top-end graphics. Not everybody can afford top-end graphics. I mean, I know people go, oh, but compared to what's out, you know, all these Unreal Engines, and you're like, yes, and you still need decent graphics cards. Now, I know friends who are still playing on you know, they'll play some games that don't require a heavy load, still playing them on low settings, because they just, I mean, I don't mean to be funny, but graphics cards are expensive. And a lot of people don't have the spare cash to drop on that. And I think we need to remember that. I think there's a lot of, you know, oh, we want this. And you're like, well, that's great, but you already have tons of games that do that. You already have a ton of high-end games that give high-end graphics. So, you know, and I know people go, oh, yeah, but you can just turn the graphics down. And you're like, oh, yeah, you can just stop stressing about the graphics. But that's maybe because I come from a time when your graphics, I mean, I remember, I think the first game I ever played was Loom. And if you've ever played Loom, you know what the graphics are like in that, you know. I'm not graphics mad, because I remember when graphics were, I mean, even back then it was like, oh, those are amazing graphics. And by today's standards, they were terrible. I mean, the graphics in this are so much more better than the graphics from the early games that I played. But the thing is, back then, they were amazing. And that's the thing that people forget. And so a lot of the younger generations come along and they've never played games, or they weren't raised on games that had, you know, terrible graphics, for want of a better term. And they kind of just are like, oh, no, well, there's no excuse for it, blah, blah. And you're like, well, no, when gameplay was more important than graphics, which, you know, to me, gameplay is more important than graphics. I mean, don't get me wrong. I mean, I remember playing like Lords of Midnight on the Spectrum, for goodness sake. So, I mean, I think, you know, I'm really not fussed by graphics. I can understand why people are, but not me. Am I less likely to play a game these days that has lower end graphics? Probably. And I'm not even going to pretend I'm not. I'm more likely to look at it and go, I'll go for something else. But at the same time, some of the funnest games I've played, like Turmoil, have not the best graphics. So I don't... Yeah, I think I'm not as fussed on that. So I disagree with the argument, oh, well, the graphics are terrible, they could have done better with the engine, blah, blah, blah. You're like, well, I'd rather, don't mean to be funny, but I'd rather they focus on getting the gameplay right than focus on the graphics. So, but again, maybe I'm the exception, not the rule. I'd be curious, like, how do other people feel about it? Like, for other people, I don't care if they don't fix the graphics. I mean, to me, it's good enough. Like, I don't have a big deal with it. I mean, I can tell there's rust. I can see there's, you know, I mean, you can see the hot 50s chick. I'm fine. I really don't care about the graphics. But I know for some people that is a deal breaker. For me, I would rather they focus on fixing the issues with the gameplay than the issues with graphics. I don't know how other people would feel. What's your thought on that? I mean, do you care? Would you rather, no, I definitely would rather that they fix this first? Or, you know... Need wooden crates. Some wood on me. But I know it would be interesting to know what other people think. Like, if other people are like, no, it's an absolute deal breaker for me, you really need to be better, then fair. Because, I mean, I'm not saying wanting good graphics is wrong. At the end of the day, you know, if it is a deal breaker for you, then it's a deal breaker for you. It just doesn't really bother me. What am I doing? I'm moving stuff around. So we need to move. Okay. I'm gonna need another. I've still got tons on me. Slowly getting these stacks. I've definitely got enough. We've got tons of them. I don't know whether I should try... No, I don't think I should sneak out in the dark. I think we can avoid them if we swing down that way and then go across. I've been going all the way that way and then down. I think you can actually get that way. It's just a more awkward route to go, I think. I think they need more water, don't they? Yeah. I also need to get myself some a spare axe and a spare axe as well. No! Oh no, I did. I thought I'd removed none of the pumpkins there. No, no! Why is the bucket suddenly doing thirds instead of halves? That's annoying. Ooh, I like that. The wind blast? Probably heard that before and I just have never noticed. You gonna come play with me? Yep. Let's get you out the water source so we don't contaminate it. Although I'm assuming, because we get hit by them in all sorts and we don't get infected, so I'm assuming we're one of those people that, you know, they say for every disease in the world, 5% of the population is completely immune. Or for every virus, should I say, rather than disease, because disease covers other stuff. Every virus and things like that in the world that exists, there's 5% of the population is always immune. Yeah, it's not always the same 5% to each disease. It's not like you've got one superhuman. It doesn't work that way. But it's interesting because I'm presuming the reason we are still alive is because we're one of the 5%. Because we get bitten and hit and scratched, and they've been walking through that water. We're putting that on our vegetables. It isn't killing us. I'm presuming all the survivors now, the majority of the survivors now that exist in this game or time frame, are those who are immune. Immunity doesn't always pass, is my understanding. So just because someone who is part of the immune has a child doesn't mean their child will be immune, because if their other parent isn't immune, I don't think they're guaranteed immunity. I don't know exactly how it all works. I don't know enough about biology. My understanding is yeah, roundabout. I know it's not quite 5%, but it's something like that. Right. Tempted to try and make a spiked club and see what it's like. I've never tested to see whether the fertilizer rates work properly either. Because it is supposed to be a ×2, or is it just that they grow faster? Is it not that they actually produce more, but just that they grow faster? I don't know. Not my understanding of how fertilizer works, but okay. I suppose it's supposed to produce a healthier plant, is my understanding of it. Which, but again, that would be my mother's thing. She does all the gardening, not me. I didn't inherit her green thumb. She inherited from her father. I do not have a green thumb. I can kill cacti. I think that says everything. We have a lot. We have a lot of vegetables here. Need to get. I really need another. I need another. Right. So can we? Is the spike clubbed in there? Yeah. You need a normal club plus metal. Not really. What's the fire time? What does fire time mean? Do not know. Do not know. Right. I really do need another crate. I don't really have the space for all these veggies. Okay. So we're gonna... I might put this at the end for all the cooked ones here. Then it's a case of... yeah. Does anyone know what the fire time is? I'll show you it again, just in case you didn't know what I was talking about. So I was looking at the difference between the wooden spike, which is durability, fire time, stamina, and damage, and the spiked. So the spike doesn't have fire time, but like axe stone does. And the... what's fire time? Anybody know? He's pooped again. Who's going to come through the spikes? Yeah, the AI pathing seems to be smarter on the hard ones as well. Like, I really didn't have problems. They always ran into the spikes. They seem to be smarter on the AI pathing now on the hard level. And again, that's not a complaint. That's not a complaint. As long as it doesn't get to the 7 days point where it literally, they're so smart that if you've left an opening, they go straight for the opening instead of really what we think of as zombies really being that they walk into stuff. Because, you know, so what I was going to do, I was going to make myself some spare tools, wasn't I, before I call it a night. So if we grab that and that, I don't think I have. No, I don't. No. I've got 2 spears. I'm not worried about that right now. The wrong one, Becky. Go. Yeah. So I think I'm going to call it here. I'm going to sleep through the rest of the night because this game is definitely more. The hard version is definitely requiring me to sleep more. That's an absolute given. And I don't mind. In a sense, I did feel like you were kind of overpowered a little bit in the other version. So I don't mind that I'm going to have to sleep through a little bit. I am finding that my food is running much lower, which is interesting. And expect me to eat more of the stuff, which again, I'm kind of glad of because I think it got a little bit too easy. So I'm going to close those doors. And then I think we're going to call it here, guys. So if you have enjoyed yourself, as always, please do give us a like. Obviously, I'd love to get your opinion on the game in general, you know, because I have a lot of thoughts on it, but I would be curious to see what other people think. And we'll see you next time we play all. Enjoy.